Hello and welcome to Sev's Figure Collection, and today we'll be unboxing the final two figures I need to complete my 1/8 quintuplets by Kotobukiya set. And of course we have Yotsuba and Itsuki. If you watched my previous video on this set, well, you know that I'm missing these two figures. I was going to wait a while before I got them, I wasn't in an urgent rush to get them. But then I noticed on the Crunchyroll store, which this is my first time using, and I must say, despite me having issues with Crunchyroll as a service, I don't mind their figure store. That's quite good. But anyway, they still had both of these figures for retail price. And considering that the aftermarket price for these figures is nearly double their retail, when I saw them both for retail, I was like, yeah, I've got to buy these before they go out of stock, and then I have to pay way more in the future. So I will admit I was a bit low on cash at the time, just because of very expensive pre-orders in the months around it. So I saved up some money, just putting a bit of money away after my job, and by the end of the month I had enough to buy them both, so I did, and it took about a month for them to arrive, but they are finally here, and I'm very, very excited to get them unboxed and get them displayed with the others. For price wise, I got them for price on screen, I can't remember, it was a month ago, it was about 80 something pounds, I think. Then there was a bit more for shipping and stuff, but overall the overall price on screen somewhere around here, so that will give you gist of how much they cost. And it was from the Crunchyroll store, like the only place, I don't know why the only place that still had them in stock, but I'm not going to complain. And because they're from the Crunchyroll store, I actually have the bonus faces, the exclusive ones, which I'm so happy about. It's annoying that the other three don't have their extra faces, or I guess 2 extra faces and the extra hairpiece for Nino, but these guys have their extra face pieces, which is a bit annoying because I think out of all of them, these two have probably the least interesting extra faces, and those ones have cooler ones, but what you're going to do. So yeah, Crunchyroll, don't mind the Crunchyroll store, it's actually quite good for figures, reasonably priced, blah blah blah. So I actually don't mind them. I might be buying stuff with them in the future if I don't use Plaza Japan or Ami, which I'm more likely to, but anyway, we're ranting here, let's get them unboxed. So here is Yotsuba. First off, I think she might be my favourite of this figure line, because she just looks stunning. I love how expressionate her face is. We'll be getting B-roll showing it up close. I also just love the way she's on the chair. Like, I love the way the others are on the desk is, except for Itsuki, which we'll get into in a minute. But I love the way she's balancing on this chair. Well, she's not really, because if you notice, this peg is fully in, and I guess we had issues with the pegs on the Nino, but on a Yotsuba the pegs have not been an issue, which is great. But her knee doesn't actually rest on the chair. I'm not sure if it's meant to. It doesn't bother me at all, but yeah, she looks really good. I mean, it looks like Yotsuba. The energy she's giving off her face is so Yotsuba. I don't know if I'll display it with the normal face. I think the secondary face with just one eye closed, I think will be the one I display her in. I also have the bonus face. Let me grab it quickly. Here, I hope that's seen, but anyway, it's just her eyes closed. I don't know if I will use this one. Like, I do like it, but I think I prefer her just one eye closed, maybe. We'll see. I'll demo all 3 of them, obviously, and we'll see. But yeah, slightly different base to the others, and probably my favourite so far. Unless Itsuki blows me out of the water, which, let's be honest, I really doubt it. I'm pretty sure she's going to be my least favourite, just because she's a lot more boring of a figure compared to the others. But yeah, Yotsuba looks amazing. Let's just hope she looks good with the others. And here is Itsuki, and although it's not really a big issue, the box was quite damaged for this. Let me show you. See how this film just isn't attached, really? A bit weird. The pegs on this one go in nicely, so I guess that Nino was just the issue, and it luckily isn't a persisting issue for most of these figures. Overall, I do like her. She's definitely my least favourite of them all, just because, well, look, she's just standing there, and the others have desks or chairs. It's just a bit weird, a weird choice to me. She doesn't have an alternate face like the others, which is a bit weird, but instead she has an alternate arm, which I'll put on just to show you. So that's the alternate arm. As you can see, she now has her hand behind her, as you can see. Really annoyingly, that arm is not particularly easy to get out. The figure might be a bit cold just because the box is me sitting on my doorstep and it is winter, but it's really annoying because I'll get a shot of it, but in the process of doing that, the foot scratched the base a bit. You can't really notice it unless you're looking for it, but I will admit I'm a bit annoyed because I've just scratched a new figure. just trying to get it, just to put the arm in like it's meant to go in, so that's annoying. But yeah, she has her hands crossed, which looks pretty cool. Like, I might display her like this rather than the other way around. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to do some trial and errors. Oh, I forgot to show you, when she has the other arm on, she's holding a, pork bun. And here is the alternate face. I'll get B-roll of it, don't worry. So what are my overall thoughts on Itsuki? Definitely least favourite of them all. She looks good though, the sculpt's good. There doesn't appear to be any major paint imperfections on this figure. Yotsuba did have one on her hair, which I forgot to mention. I think I've sung my praises of the Kotobukiya line of Quintessential Chapter figures enough. They are some of my favourite figures of all time. I just really love them. And I think for the price they are definitely worth it. So I think the only thing left to do now is to put these two in the detail with the other three, and we'll have a full lineup of all the quintuplets. And I'm very excited because I think this is going to look amazing. Sorofei seemed a bit off in the beginning of this video. I wasn't exactly in the best mood, and I hope it didn't come across too much in the video. Also, sorry for the just atrocious filming angle and the atrocious lighting in that video. God, awful it was. It was terrible. Again, I was not in the best mood, so I didn't put the best effort in, and I do apologise. So that's why I'm filming this extra end segment of the video, so I can give my final thoughts after I've had a day or two to reflect on it. First off, I still love these figures. I think they are beautiful, amazing, some of my all-time favourite figures. And this shelf here, I hope it's looking good, is probably my second favourite detail shelf now, behind my Monogatari shelf above my head, which you probably can't see, but that's my favourite. That's my second favourite. A few things have changed since that earlier part of the video. First off, I want to say I like Itsuki a lot more. I've really fallen in love with this figure. Even the fact that she doesn't have like a prop on her base, it doesn't really bother me anymore. And I think it makes her stand out in a way different to how I thought she would stand out. I think it's a good standout rather than a bad standout, if you know what I mean. And Yotsuba still looks incredible. Still my favourite of them all. Though I guess you're probably all interested on my rankings of all 5 of these figures. Well, let's rank them. My favourite of these figures is Yotsuba. Second favourite is Ichika. Third is Nino. Fourth is Miku. And fifth is Itsuki. Look, I said I like Itsuki a lot more, but she's still my least favourite of the 5. And I will admit, before I brought these 5 figures, I don't think that would be the order I'd put them in. And it certainly isn't the order of my favourites among the quintuplets. I mean, they're all best girl, and I don't like ranking them, but if someone put a gun to my head and made me rank them, it would obviously be Miku, Nino, Yotsuba, Ichika, and Itsuki. I love them all. That's not to slight any of the 5, but those would be my rankings, which, as you can tell, is quite different from the figure rankings, meaning there is more, well, contrary to what I sometimes think of myself, there is more to me liking a figure than just the character it portrays, if that makes sense. So I won't keep waffling on. I just wanted to film this end segment to put some positive energy into this video, apart from the dreary me that was in the earlier part of the video, and just to give my final thoughts on these figures. As for a while, I don't think I'll be reviewing any quintessential quintuplet figures on the channel. There are quite a few more I want to get, mostly price figure sets, mainly because they're cheaper, but they also look nice, and there's a few of those. I want to try and get the Pop-Up Parade quintessential quintuplet line, which I didn't buy at the time, and I kind of wish I did now. I also want to get the A Bridal series. I do have a feeling Pop-Up Parade might do their own bridal versions at some point in the future. It's just a gut feeling I have they might do. So I'll obviously get them if they do come out. But if not, there is another line of prize bridal figures. I don't know who it is, but there is another line that's cool. There's also the Pajamas prize set. I already have 2 of those. I have Miku and Nino, but I'd like to get the other 3 for that. And there's a few other sets of Quints figures that I want to get. So eventually my dream is to have a whole detail with 4 shelves of 4 sets of quintessential quintuplet figures, and I'm very looking forward to the day where I can make that a reality. So I said to stop waffling like 2 minutes ago, so I'm really going to stop waffling now, and we'll go off to the end screen. Comment of the week comes from Bandiras2, and I'm glad that my video was able to help you to understand Ogi even better. If you're interested in my literary endeavours, then why not check out my books Gang Fluid Justice and People of Fate Volume 1, available at Amazon.com. And if you want to support this channel even further, then consider pledging to my Patreon, where for as little as £2.75 a month you can get your name at the end of the video, like Hikari Desu, 7SO and Smokey McBobby. So with all that said and done, I've been Seth the Sin, the Deadly Sin of Geek, and I'm signing out. Stay safe, everyone.